Here we are, same activity as before. Now we're looking at question 2. It looks like this has 2 parts. And so the first says, between which 2 consecutive numbers in the 5-number summary is there the greatest difference? So, okay, let's take a look. So consecutive means that they're one right after the other. So where are we seeing the biggest gap between 2 points? So here's one gap, here's another gap, here's another gap, and here's the last gap. So which of those is the largest? And so basically what we're looking for is which one has the biggest. Like this one seems to cover about halfway between these 2 gray lines. Same thing about halfway. This one's a little bit more than a stretch of 2 gray lines, and this one is a stretch of 2.5 gray lines approximately. Okay, so that's one of your questions. Then it said, would it be, I apologize, there's this one right here. How does your answer relate to the box plot of the data? It's kind of confusing, but how does your answer, so our answer was the biggest gap, and I don't really know how to explain that. I guess, how does your answer relate to the box plot of the data? Well, I guess if we were just to talk about kind of the box and whisker idea, if this is the box and these are the 2 whiskers, if you imagine that of like a cat, then if this is it's the stretch between the 3rd quartile and the upper quartile, I suppose is what I would explain there. Okay, now we're on here to the next part of the question. Would it be correct to say that the section of the box blocks that you identified in part A above contains more data points than any of the other sections? Would it be would it be correct to say that the section that we're describing, so this section right here, contains more data points? Well, for that we're going to have to look down here. So is this stretch from here to here, or if we were to look at it in true just data points from here to here, from here to here, are there the most blue dots? I'm not seeing the most blue dots. I do see some blue dots, but it's certainly not the most blue dots. So let's keep going. Explain your reasoning and then check your answer by clicking in each section of the box plot. Well, okay, let's come over here. So I don't think we need to really click anything, because if we look from here to here, we come down here and we see the exact same. That's a lot of blue dots in there. From here to here, come down there. There's several blue dots in here too. I could count them all up and see which one had more. But basically, remember the question is, does this section from here to here have the most blue dots? So you'll have to explain that. So remember to respond to my response, and that way you'll get credit.